As well, but the stage is now set for the main event of WrestleMania Night 2 as the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne will challenge the Diamond Apollo Crews for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. FTR! Zack Ryder! What the hell? Moxka kick again! The news broke via JoshuaGresham.org that someone arrived to the arena earlier today in a limo that has been blocked off with some major news as the road to WrestleMania officially begins.
Yeah, let's go. It's the beginning, we already winning. We ripping like Jack, so you know that we killing. The flow is so cold to the bone, it is chilling. Just give me a minute, I'm feeling revisions, malicious, precision, destroy competition. The newest edition, the walk up and kill is the war of attrition. We bring demolition, no need for permission. We never pay a mission. I be on that light skin, I be on the top, you know that. I be on that right shit, I be way up. I be on that light skin, I be on the top, you know it.
It's Monday. You know what that means as we are officially now on the road to WrestleMania Atlanta. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the home of your weekly explosive chaos, because this is Monday Night Carnage. Albuquerque is still piling into the Dream Style Arena for tonight's festivities, which will be headlined by a State of the Rebellion address later tonight. Let's go, because what a way to kick off this week's In Reaction than with the #1 contender to the Women's Championship, the winner of this year's Women's Royal Rumble, the Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai. Last week, Shirai made quite the impact just 7 nights ago when she hit an explosive crossbody from on top of the steel cage and crash landed on Bianca Belair after the EST retained her title against Rhea Ripley, setting the stage for night 1 of WrestleMania when she challenges Belair for the Women's Championship in the main event. Now, I don't have much on Io's opponent tonight except that her name is Karen. Well, Miss Karen, you might want to go call the police because you're about to get your ass kicked. Io Shirai looking to send a message to her WrestleMania opponent who has to be watching on somewhere with envy and anger running through her veins after what she went through just 7 nights ago. She destroyed Rhea Ripley, but she was left speechless when she was one-up and embarrassed by the genius Io Shirai. One fall to the finish for this one to kick us off here as this crowd here in the Dream Style Arena is jacked for tonight's festivities. Shirai is ready to send that message, and here we go as the bell going away. And Io's not even wasting any time with a crossbody. As I said, we saw her 7 nights ago, flattened and floored Bianca Belair. Oh, she scoops her up into the body slam right there, does Io. And now, beautiful transition into a standing moonsault. The pure athleticism on display by Io Shirai is out of this world. And now, she has her own up where she wanted. We all know what this is. Tribute to Rey Mysterio with a tiger feint kick. But she ain't done with the body splash. Io sending a message to Bianca Belair, courtesy of this Karen, I believe that's her name wasn't it? With the moonsault. What a beautiful moonsault. You can count to 100 because the Genius picks up an incredible win as her road to WrestleMania officially begins. Right here, the beautiful transition, the way she connects with that moonsault is just effortless. Io outlasted 19 other women to win this opportunity, and now she has her eyes fixed on the biggest spotlight of her career, the main event of WrestleMania. And wait a minute. Speaking of the champion, Bianca Belair. Wait, what does she mean? What does Bianca mean? What happens next is on Io. We saw what she did to Rhea Ripley last week. I can't even imagine what the champion has in store for her challenger next. What I do know, what we have in store tonight in the main event of the evening, the nearly 2-month title reign of Hideo Itami will be challenged by the brash member of Beatdown Corporation, Cedric Alexander, under golden rules. Will Alexander be able to withstand the brutality of the champion, or are we on the verge of an upset? Plus, this has been brewing since last November. For the first time in nearly a year, British Strong Style is back and will be in a 6-man tag team action against Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and a surprise opponent. Will Pete Dunne be here at 100% because he has yet to arrive to the arena after the night he had last week? And speaking of what happened last week, we thought the Rebellion was on the verge of going belly up, but Daniel Bryan and company made us all look like fools. The state of the Rebellion address is still to come before the night is over. What will the former WWE champion have to say? We'll find out tonight. But there you see currently in the ring is Shane Thorne, who's ready for more in-ring action. And speaking of former WWE champions, here comes another former WWE champion in his own right, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev, with his wife Lana in tow, making his first in-ring appearance since he lost said WWE Championship last November at the Survivor Series. But you know what? I gotta be honest with you. This guy right here had us fooled the most. He claimed he felt betrayed that the Rebellion didn't come to his aid when The Rock showed up in London to screw him over and went on this crusade, and I say that lightly, to destroy a group he helped build as the self-proclaimed Batman of the group. But that was a ruse, a farce. He was never against that group. He was only a distraction. We still don't have an update on the arrival status of Pete Dunne, if he will even show up, because he was completely destroyed by this man last week, even though he couldn't fight back because he was blindsided. And already we got to that brutal last man standing match against Eric Young. This crowd response has definitely changed after his actions last week, but I have to be honest with you, the look in the eyes of Rusev last week was beyond rabid. And if I were Shane Thorne, I'd prepare for the worst from this beast. One fall to the finish for our second match of the evening. There goes the bell, and we are underway. As you can see, still to come tonight is the State of the Rebellion address after their onslaught last week, and MVP's stern warning to Daniel Bryan. That address is can't miss television. Rusev saying he's going to crush, and Shane Thorne going to try to, Rusev just barely buzzed after these strikes by Shane Thorne. No. That advantage was short-lived as, Rusev sends him crashing to the outside. No, come on, Lana. You got to ease up. Jessica, I guess she's being a little lenient with that. Oh, bouncing him off the barricade does Rusev to Shane Thorne, and now sends him crashing the hallway into the barricade. Like I said, this crowd reception that this man has received has changed immensely. Bouncing him off the LED post right there with the count of 4. Count of 5. Come on, Rusev. 6. Just got to the count of 6, but Rusev decided to take the action right back in the center of the ring, and now, Shane. Clubbering blows to the back, to the spine, which will send a tingling sensation. And stomping on the face. Something he did to Pete Dunne just 7 nights ago, because this man really had us fooled. Like, I can't get over the fact that this man really had us believe that he was against the rebellion. This man, about with a hip attack in the corner. This man really had us feel empathy for him. But that was all just a facade. He screwed Daniel Bryan out of the Royal Rumble, but that was all a part of some elaborate plan. I guess some type of plan that Daniel Bryan had in store for this group. And now Rusev, he knows he got this one in the bag. He just toying with Shane Thorne in this point. He scoops him up. Knees to the kidney, to the spine, and the ribs of Thorne. And now, follow-away slam. A follow-away slam by Rusev. And now Shane Thorne has got to find some type of way. And a monster kick to the back of the head. Just like that. He could have put him away easily, but for some reason, the rabbit look in the eyes of Rusev is back. And he just wants to destroy Shane Thorne. It's going on another backbreaker. Thorne being kind of smart, trying to get up out of there. Lana is pleased with what is going on, and there you see a live camera shot of that limo that has been parked outside since before we came on the air. Whomever is in there could very well shake the very foundations of this road to this year's WrestleMania. So much going on tonight, as I'm pretty sure Shane Thorne is probably crying because he has just been powerbombed into that barricade. And now Rusev just tossing the limp body of this Aussie. The roar cry and out. The Pit! The Pit, which is apropos because that is a nickname of this very arena and a direct message to a certain great one. But just like that, he wants to torture Shane Thorne. Shane Thorne is in the wrong place at the wrong time because Rusev is on a mission to just send this brutal message to everyone and kick off, I'm guessing, what is going to be a successful night for the Rebellion, because we still got that State of the Union address from the Rebellion. And now, Mashka kick! A second Mashka kick. Looks like that kick might have busted Shane Thorne wide open. But I gotta be honest with you, there's no fighting back when he locks in this. It's game over for Shane Thorne as the accolade is locked in. This newfound passion and rage from Rusev is hell-bent on destroying all those who oppose him. Come on, let it go. There goes the bell. Lana, she has to be ecstatic at the actions of her husband. And that is it. That's it. I'm at a loss for words because this is the Rusev that we are having to withstand now. He is no longer against, quote unquote, and I say that lightly. What a Mashka kick that we saw right there. He is all about hurting those who oppose him. He had the accolade and he held on it just a little bit more to make sure that the message came across that he will not be stopped. He will not be tarnished any longer. But if this is the Rusev we have to live with on the road to WrestleMania under the guidance of Daniel Bryan, under the banner of the Rebellion, then we are in for one hell of a ride, one hell of a nightmare, courtesy of Rusev and Lana. Wait a minute. Come on, Rusev, you've done enough. You've done enough, man. Come on. Bouncing him off the barricade. Just don't even want to get involved in this one because that Bulgarian beast will dismantle you. He is seeing red just like he saw red last week. Most of the red was Pete Dunne's blood, but he's just seeing rage at this point. Ever since he lost that WWE Championship last November, he's been on a tear. We thought his anger was directed towards the rebellion, but it's been directed towards everyone else. Oh, what is he going for now? Lana just toying with this crowd here in Albuquerque. They are pissed at what they're seeing, and now the pit. Come on, get him out of here. Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're proud. Now Lana's in the ring as she is reaching for a microphone, just absorbing the disdain from this crowd. What now? Come on, what else do you want? Yeah, you fooled each and every one of us. Kudos. What the? Who? Oh my God! The Rock! Oh. I won't repeat that because I don't want to get in trouble. This crowd here in Albuquerque on their feet for The Rock. The Rock holding no punches. What? Sign me up. The Rock is challenging Rusev at WrestleMania. And Rusev has accepted. This all started at last year's SummerSlam, and now it has reached WrestleMania. Quick on their feet. The cabinet has sanctioned this match on the grandest stage of them all. It will be the Great One versus the Bulgarian Brute. It will be Rusev versus The Rock. These two have been on a collision course since last August in Brooklyn, New York. Atlanta had better be ready and had better get ready for this one. I'm ready. The Rock versus Rusev. And there you see that limo again. Oh, William Regal talking to whomever is in that limo. He has been there since before this show started. Whomever is in there. And oh, wait, Pete Dunne. He's here still banged up from last weekend. Oh. Pete Dunne was almost pulled from his match tonight, but he's making his way to the ring. He told Chief of Staff William Regal that he's going to the ring, and after the night he had last week, he's pissed off. You're right, Mr. Regal. This can't be good. But Pete Dunne is in the building, bandaged up from that last man standing match, as well as that brutal assault at the hands of Rusev and the Rebellion. Not even making a full entrance, the number one contender to the WWE World Championship clearly has something he needs to get off his chest. And who are we to stand in his way? He's calling out the culprit. He wants Daniel Bryan. He says if Daniel Bryan wants his spot at WrestleMania, then come out here and take it. Pete Dunne is calling out the man who sicked Rusev on him last week, Daniel Bryan, for a fight. And wait, that is not the music of the leader of the rebellion. That is the music of the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Apollo Crews, who was also on the receiving end of a rebellion assault last week where Daniel Bryan left him laying with a knee plus when the show went off the air. Making a feline to the ring, MVP warned Daniel Bryan to kick off the broadcast, but what is going through the head of the champion, who was also assaulted not only by Bryan but by the returning former tag team champions, FTR, who has since dropped the Revival name. The animosity between these two men right here, you can cut the tension with a knife. Are we going to be looking at I can't really explain what we're seeing right now. And what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're joking, right? Daniel Bryan on the Titantron. He got the nerve. Okay. Wait, what? Daniel Bryan wants in the main event of WrestleMania, making it a triple threat match? Can he do that? Wait, what? Did Daniel Bryan just convince Pete Dunne and Apollo Crews to agree to him joining their match at WrestleMania? Can he do that? Can he do what he did? What is going on? Oh my God! FTR again! FTR's back! Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. They gave up their slave names, as they like to call it. They're no longer the Revival. They just once again attacking Apollo Crews, and this time Pete Dunne. On a back elbow by Cash. And now Dax with a German suplex, folding up the #1 contender. This crowd here in Albuquerque is pissed at what they're seeing, and I don't blame them. This is another setup, obviously, by Daniel Bryan. No, wait, Pete Dunne trying to fight back, trying to scrape them elbows across the face of Dax. And look at Apollo on the outside. Apollo, he is pissed off. He just stripped up Cash, and now Cash is about to be on the receiving end of a wrist lock. Suplex. Are we looking at a one-off, I guess you could say, unholy alliance between the world champion and his #1 challenger? Daniel Bryan sick FTR on Crews and Dunne, but that might have backfired. Crews is looking at Dunne, but not before. Ball game! But look at Pete. Pete, he's not bitter. The Rebellion tried to one-up the WWE World Champion and #1 contender again, but Pete Dunne and Apollo Crews is ready this time. But the biggest story is this: has Daniel Bryan weaseled his way into the main event of WrestleMania? Pac? What? Pac is back, and he tried to convince Tyler Bate to let him replace Pete Dunne, but according to Tyler, Pete will be ready for the 6-man tag team match, which is next. Camp Spades is preparing for war, and after practically being screwed out of a women's title opportunity, Shayna Baszler and company are coming for blood. But now we must move on with tonight's huge six-man tag team match, because out first is 2/3 of British Strong Style, the big strong boy Tyler Bate, and making his first in-ring appearance in over a year, Trent Seven, collectively known as Mustache Mountain. This match has been building, you can say, since last November during the second alternative tour, when Tyler Bate not only got a huge victory over Jake Hager during a no disqualification match, but Pete Dunne is the sole reason that Chris Jericho wasn't involved in the Survivor Series event, going up against Rusev for the WWE Championship at the time, and Jericho took that personally. But in regards to Trent Seven, we haven't seen him since he was injured during a live event, a independent live event against I'm gotta read my notes here, a Carmelo Young? What kind of name is that? But nevertheless, Trent is back and he looks great, ready for a fight. As this sold-out crowd here in Albuquerque, they are all jam-packed into this arena. They are ready for a night which will be headlined by not only the State of the Rebellion address, but also Hideo Itami defending his World Television Championship against the BDC's Cedric Alexander. Tyler Bate just flawed off. I guess you could say he dismissed a claim by Pac to be a replacement for Pete Dunne, but I gotta be honest with you, the way what we just saw moments ago with Pete Dunne, you could tell he is ready for a fight, because this isn't our first time seeing this man tonight. But you gotta know he's walking into this looking to blow off some steam. He is the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the grizzled and bitter bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. As I've been mentioning all night since he made his impromptu appearance earlier, just moments ago, he's banged up from that brutal last man standing match with Eric Young at Carnage Gold Rush, where he showed a more sadistic side when he powerbombed the world-class Maniac through a flaming table. Young was originally supposed to be involved in this match, teaming with Jericho and Hager, but he has been deemed medically unfit. He's been sent home, if you will, to compete. Dunne, he has had quite the eventful 7 nights. Dunne had a run-in with FCR, as I mentioned just before this match, alongside his WrestleMania opponent, but he needs to put that behind him if he wants to make sure his reunion with both Tyler and Trent to be a success. But what, like I just mentioned, what about Pac trying to convince Tyler to let him join them? A Kingdom reunion? Whatever that was, you can't get no better than this right here. British Strong Style is ready for a fight, and a fight is what they will receive, because out first is the legendary Chris Jericho and his heavy Jake Hager. This crowd here in Albuquerque just showering down their disdain towards Jericho and Hager. But as I mentioned, it was originally supposed to be Eric Young as their partner, if you will. But due to the burns he sustained from being driven through that table by Dunne, he was removed. And now the big question is, who is the third man for Jericho's team? The first ever undisputed champion, multi-time world champion, 10-time intercontinental champion. I can run down Jericho's accolades all night long. But the story of this match, Jericho's beef with Pete Dunne started last November, and he picked it right back up a few weeks ago when he caused Dunne's match to end via disqualification and left him laying with a Judas Effect back elbow. And when Tyler Bate wanted to make the save, Hager returned as well and left Bate laying with the gut-wrench powerbomb, and Jericho would have rolled through before Trent Seven came to his brother's aid, and they even tried to get involved in the last man standing match last week. But Mustache Mountain wasn't having any of that and fought them off, which led us to this match being signed. But who is the third? Oh, no way. No. Jericho and Hager has scored quite the partner. If this music is all too familiar to you, then you know exactly who it is. It's the Ring General. Volta is in the building. The last time we saw Walter was back at the Royal Rumble, where he had quite the presence and showing until he was ironically eliminated by one of his opponents tonight, Pete Dunne, in the men's Royal Rumble match. So you know he is out for revenge against the Bruiserweight. For those who need a little history lesson, if you will, this man has held various championships from various promotions all over the world, and the cabinet secured his services for the Royal Rumble, but has since signed him to a WWE contract. Bottom line is whoever opposed him had better bring their A game, because he is a killer in that 20 by 20 square circle. In his mind, that mat is sacred, and it is his mission to make sure you are worthy to be there. 6-man tag team match on tap right now. One fall to the finish. The only thing that is on the line is pride, but I cannot get past the fact that Walter is the third man for Jericho and Hager. They have better count their blessings, because this man is quite the coup, quite the pick. As I said, 6-man tag team match on tap. Jericho is going to start for his team, and Tyler Bate is going to start for his team. British strong style, and there we go. What a match. This has the potential to be just like our main event for the World Television Championship, Hideo Itami against Cedric Alexander under Golden Rules. And Jericho tried to tour the crowd, but Tyler Bate looking to take advantage, roll him up, looking to put this one away right here. No, only a 1. So much on tap, and now Tyler Bate stealing Jericho's taunt, and that just pissed off Le Champion. Jericho sending Tyler Bate into the corner, and quite frankly, he got a bone to pick with Tyler Bate, because Tyler Bate knocked off his big heavy Jake Hager. Oh, what an elbow drop by Jericho. The Bubbly Club and the Inner Circle on tap for this one. Uh-oh, he's scooping him up. Going for the transition over into the fireman scare position, into the Samoan drop. Pete Dunne had time to prepare for this match, even though he had just came into contact with FTR alongside Apollo Crews. Both men have been escorted from the arena at this time. Will they be involved in the State of the Rebellion address? Who knows? As British Strong Style was trying to get that tag right there. And now, speaking of tags, Jake Hager is now the legal man. These two have quite the history. Oh, with another elbow drop by Hager. Tyler Bate over in the UK picked up a surprise victory over Jake Hager in a no disqualification match. And he's tossing him around like a rag doll. And now Hager just rubbing it into the face of the crowd here in Albuquerque, and they are letting them know how they feel. As I said, Tyler Bate picked up a surprise win after a dominant showing from Hager. So Hager has a bone to pick with him, and now, look at the string. Military press slam by Hager, and now, wait, he just gave right back up? This man just got right back up, saying you got to do a lot more. What a European uppercut by Bate. And a standing moonsault. Excuse me, somersault. And now, the bop and bang got him rocked. And now scooping him up into the slam. The strength of the big strong boy continue to be on display, and now he's wearing down Jake Hager. Proving my point that you got to do a lot more to take this man down. Now Hager is in for another trip to memory lane, because this man left him laying 2 weeks in a row with the 7-star lariat. Trent Seven in his first match, in his first in-ring match in over a year. And now Hager in serious trouble. Oh, what a big boot. What a boot. And now once again making the tag. Trent doesn't want to break too much of the sweat, because he knows his protege, targeting that knee, has the will to withstand the onslaught and to dish out his own onslaught as well. Kick to the miss. Oh, wait, it was blocked. Hager takes his head off with that lariat clean. I still can't believe Walter, of all people, is involved in this match. He was the third man announced, hand-picked by Hager. Jericho, what a snake eyes in the corner. Snake eyes in the corner. Jericho makes the tag. He is now the legal man. And now, what? What are you talking about? Are you dumb? Jericho just told Walter that he doesn't even need him. Well, why did you pick him? Why did you? Nevertheless, Jericho looking to put Tyler Bate away with the walls of Jericho wrenching back. That spine has to be in serious pain as Tyler Bate's trying to reach. He's trying to reach for the ropes, and his teammates are riling him up, and now he finally makes it to break the hold. Walter begging for the tag, but again, Jericho is just ignoring. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I know what Jake Hager's about to do. Gut-wrench powerbomb. A gut-wrench powerbomb. That is it. That is Tyler Bate is out. Trent Seven breaking up the hole right there. Trent Seven trying to break that hole. No, Jake Hager tried to get a cheap shot in. But Trent had that scouted. Got him rocked. But he wasn't ready for that one. Come on. He's staring down. Pete trying to dare him. He said he dared him to try to take a shot at him. He just turned his attention right back to Tyler Bate as he's raining down these boots to the midsection in the corner. I'm still trying to get behind the fact that these two are not tagging in Walter, of all people. This is one guy you want on your side. He is a destroyer once he steps foot in that mat that he calls sacred. And now Hager throwing a lariat into the corner. Tyler Bate needs to make the tag at this point in the game. He's already suffered a gut-wrench powerbomb. He needs to get, what a knee drop by Hager. He needs to tag in either his mentor or one of his closest friends in Pete Dunne. Dunne at one point did not want their help, but he's put that behind him as he's focused on WrestleMania. Oh, what a deadlift powerbomb by Hager, showing his strength. You can't take that away from the big hurt. And now Hager begging Tyler to get to his feet. We all know what this is. Oh, he has him in firm position. And the second gut-wrench powerbomb. I'm surprised he didn't go for the cover, but now I know why. He wants to rub it in the face of British strong style. And Walter once again asking for the tag, but Jericho and Hager don't want to tag him in. Bate is out from that gut-wrench powerbomb, and now the Lion Tamer, knee to the back of the head. That is the worst position you want to be in, whatever the case may be. A Lion Tamer where he's wrenching back, and now he found a way to slip out. Tyler Bate found a way to slip out, smooth, and now gut-wrench. He had him into the frog, into the whatever he just did. And it was effective. And now Pete Dunne is the legal man, and now Chris Jericho is met with a forearm. He didn't expect to see Pete Dunne, and now Jericho. Both men are begging for the tag, but wait, Walter just said screw you, Jericho. He didn't take too kindly to being disrespected by Jericho and Hager. And now Pete taking firm advantage on a shot, flooring Jake Hager, and now Dunne looking to put this one away. Better in. The Bruiserweight making sure he maintained his momentum on his road to WrestleMania, just like that. British strong style with a strong victory over Chris Jericho's team. Trent Seven didn't even barely break a sweat, but he'll take the payday. But this is what went down during this match. The dysfunction of that team. Dunne took advantage. Right here, the X-Flex. And right here is what I'm talking about. Walter felt disrespected. He was done being disrespected by Jericho and Hager, so he let them deal with their own battles. And this right here, the bitter end, was well enough for Dunne to pick up the win. For the first time in nearly a year, British strong style stood side by side and found success on this night as Pete Dunne looks ahead to WrestleMania, as I'm sure Mustache Mountain will be looking towards the tag team division and possibly a shot at the tag team titles. Congratulations, gentlemen. But the story is there. Walter felt disrespected by Chris Jericho's remarks and pulled himself out of the match, much to the dismay of Jericho and Jericho is not pleased at the action of Walter. Walter not about to waste his words. He has Jericho into the power bomb on the floor. Jericho might have pissed off the wrong man. His problems with British strong style might be over, but he might have a new problem in the form of a ring general, in the form of Walter. What a night, and we are about to culminate with our main event of the evening for the World Television Championship. Cedric Alexander joined the BDC for major opportunities. This is it. Itami versus Alexander for the TV title. Next. WrestleMania can't get here soon enough, and there you see MVP hyping up his man. MVP hyping up Cedric Alexander. Will he be able to get the job done under golden rules and bring more championship gold to beat down corporations? So much chaos already, and now Bray Wyatt is unleashing his family on the WWE. God help us. But we need to switch gears to our main event of the broadcast, and it is for the WWE World Television Championship that will be contested under golden rules. Out first is the challenger and Beatdown Corporation member, Cedric Alexander. Despite everything that has happened over the past week, MVP has given this man a golden opportunity, which is why MVP agreed to allow Alexander to come out here on his own. That shirt, it reads, "We were born great." Cedric now has the opportunity to prove just that. Just like everyone else in that group, he has the backing of an entire corporation. Will he prove all the doubters wrong and make tonight his crowning moment and somehow leave this arena as the new World Television Champion? This is your main event match, but I can confirm that following this match is the State of the Rebellion address. Daniel Bryan demanded the time to speak, and as if we haven't heard enough already with him trying to weasel his way into the main event of WrestleMania, he still plans to address the world when it comes to this group. The challenger is ready as the champion makes his way to the ring. The current reigning and defending World Television Champion, Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami introducing the Golden Rules stipulation after his dominant win at the Royal Rumble. Itami has made it his mission to bring all the attention to that championship with this stipulation, with wins over the likes of Tommaso Ciampa and Chad Gable. He even floored the massive Bronson Reed with a knee plus in a traditional rules match, proving that he will make sure that he holds onto that title by making everyone work for it. And that is what Cedric is going to have to do when that bell rings. But you also have to keep in mind, despite Itami being given last week off, he could still be a little worn down, and that is where Alexander is going to have to take advantage if he wants a shred of hope taking that title from the hands of the innovator of the GTS. A move he also needs to avoid no matter the cost, but that is what is all about. The coveted World Television Championship, a championship that was introduced last September and has changed hands 3 times since its inception, will tonight be a 4th for that man. The challenger Cedric Alexander, despite him being involved in other BDC business, he hasn't lost one-on-one match since joining the corporation. He will have to pull out all the stops to keep that streak alive and leave Albuquerque as the champion. But also, speaking of the champion, Itami has been television champion for 3 weeks, shy of 2 months. The wear and tear of being a champion that defends weekly has to put a heavy toll on him. Will he be able to tough it out one more night as he raised that belt proudly above his head? Senior referee Mike Chioda is your official for this main event. As he hands over the television championship, is Cedric Alexander looking into his future, because that is what is all about, the World Television Championship. The challenger Alexander, the champion Itami. 30 minutes on the clock as this is under Golden Rules, and here we go. Big fight feel, for this is our main event of the evening. Elbow and collar tie by both men. Oh, Itami overpowering Alexander and pushing him into the corner. Mike gonna have to step in there at some point and break this up. Will there be a clean break? Yes, there will be. Itami proving that, yeah, you got to do a lot to take this title away from me. Oh, and Itami takes full advantage of that exchange right there. And now Itami switching it up into targeting that arm a little bit, which is smart. Pick a body part and stick with it. And also, Alexander has been doing some very well scouting, because that arm is surgically repaired, but Itami quickly switches gears and makes sure that he targets that left arm of Alexander. Oh, and a knee drop, stomping on that elbow, which is smart, because you take away that arm power, you take away that lumbar check. Oh, and a leaping clothesline by Alexander with a kip up. Already proving his point that he would do whatever it takes to win. And now, oh, what a beautiful elbow drop by Alexander. If you're new around here, the rules of the Golden Rules is quite simple. 30 minutes on the clock, 20-second count out if the action ever spills to the outside. But hopefully these competitors will try their best to keep the action in the ring, as Itami rains down lethal kicks to the midsection of Alexander in the corner. Oh, and the boot to the side of the face. Cedric trying to make sure that he didn't knock a tooth out of his mouth, which is something he might do, because he kicks with the intent of breaking something. Oh, now possibly going for a vertical or a brain buster, but Alexander had that scouted, got out of the way. Oh, what a bulldog right there by Cedric. Alexander looking to make sure the momentum stays in his favor as he plants him to the mat. And now Alexander surveying the situation. Oh, what a split leg moonsault. Here's the cover 2. Oh, we're looking at a new champion right here. No, only a 2 right there. Cedric, he knows he got to do a lot more to keep this man down, and he's possibly going to do that with an elbow drop. Oh, nobody home for that elbow. And that's the same elbow that Hideo has been targeting. What a beautiful wrist lock suplex and a kick to the spine. Like I said at the top, pick a body part and stick to it. It looks like Itami wants to make sure that Cedric can't lift him up for the lumbar check. Oh, now Itami Oh, beautiful transition into the arm bar. Look at him make Cedric Alexander tap in the center of the ring. Will he tap? Will he tap right here? Oh, wait. Roll through into the, oh, what a shot. What a shot to the face to break the hold. He didn't have it locked in long enough. Oh, Cedric Alexander tried to take advantage, and now Itami, oh, once again targeting that arm. Cedric got to take the top wells. He won't be able to shake that kick though. This is your main event of the evening for the World Television Championship. Still to come is the State of the Rebellion address. I don't even know what Daniel Bryan, what does he even have to say? Who knows, but we're going to focus on this incredible main event right here. Itami has been incredible as the television champion thus far. Will he be able to maintain his hold? Now what is he going for right here? Falcon Zero from the top. Beautiful. What a beautiful Falcon Zero by Hideo Itami. And now Itami. Oh, Itami, you know what this is. He's been pulling this out as of late. The brutalizer. The brutalizer in the center of the ring. Mike Chioda, he's either going to tap or pass out. Will Cedric tap or pass out? Oh, the whirl of Alexander. Oh, what an elbow to the face. And another elbow. I'm pretty sure that cut over Itami heel since his last few encounters. Oh, what a roundhouse kick. But I would hate for him to open up that wound once again, because once you draw blood, that's when adrenaline starts kicking in. Now once again, Itami raining down those kicks. Alexander, oh, what a drop kick in the face, and oh no. It looks like his boot just cut Cedric in the square in the forehead, and now Itami hyping himself up. Going for the double knees. Nobody home. Roll through. I don't want a forearm. There you see a live shot of that limo that has been parked outside all night. Whomever is in it, obviously picking their spot for when they want to make their announcement. And speaking of picking their spots, ooh, what a beautiful pop-up cutter by Cedric Alexander. Less than 25 minutes on the clock. And now Alexander, with the wave of momentum, shifted back in his corner. Delayed vertical suplex. Like I said, he has the backing of an entire corporation. Will he be able to take out arguably one of the most dominant champions in the history of this profession? What a knife edge shot, roundhouse kick. He missed out on that one. And now he's gonna bounce back into landing face first. The wave of momentum Hideo Itami had is just, oh, look at the chest. Look at the chest of Itami. The redness, the soreness. Cedric letting that blood that drips from his forehead fuel him as he sends Itami crashing to the outside. He was tangled up in the ropes, but he got out the second time. Cedric begging Itami to get to his feet. Look at Alexander. Look at the eyes of Alexander. Oh, what a leaping lariat from the apron to the floor. Mike Chioda restarting his count. Oh, what is Cedric going for? Possibly a powerbomb on the outside. Oh, what a roll through. What a transition by Itami. What a beautiful transition by Itami. Shoulder tap. Oh, what a boot. That shoulder tackle did not knock him off his feet, but that boot did just that as he sent Alexander crashing through that LED post, targeting that open wound. And now the fight has spilled to the outside. They have a little leeway, if you will. They have until the count of 20 to get back into the ring, as opposed to the usual 10 count. On Itami. Oh, what a boot to the side of the face. Chioda at the count of 11. Oh, what is Itami? What does he have in mind here? Cedric went for a powerbomb on the outside. Now Itami about to make him eat his words. And a powerbomb on the barricade. We saw that same thing happen to Shane Thorne during that Rusev encounter. Will the same piece, is it all but over for Cedric Alexander at this point? And it looked like Hideo was setting up for the GTS, looking for, wait, Itami's back gave out. Itami's back gave out. Cedric, lumbar check. He's not going for the pin. He wants to make sure that Itami is down for the count as he's going for a second lumbar check. He has the champion right where he wants him, but I guess he's going to take that chance. He's going to take another chance. Frog splash! Cedric! We have a new champion! Primetime Alexander is upon us! What a match! Cedric Alexander brought his A game. Hideo Itami brought his A game. Even though it was short, it got the point across that Cedric Alexander wants that World Television Championship, and he got it. That beautiful frog splash right there was enough. And you can't dismiss the reign of Hideo Itami as television champion. But on this night, Cedric Alexander proved all of us wrong and proved to the world that he could get the job done. The reign of Alexander, the reign of primetime Alexander has begun. Beatdown Corporation has all the gold. All the blood, all the sweat, all the bumps and bruises has paid off. Love him or hate him, he's earned this win. Congratulations, Cedric. What a night it has been, and just announced from the desk of Paul Heyman after the match with The Rock has been signed for WrestleMania. Rusev has a lot to get off his chest, and he will do so in the middle of that ring, as Rusev will see in-ring action next week. But our night is not over just yet, because just a heartbeat away, we will hear from Daniel Bryan of the Rebellion as he issues a State of the Rebellion address. He's already been busy tonight. How will he cap off the night? Don't go anywhere. That is next. This is the part of the show where I'm supposed to be unbiased and probably sing the praises of this man, but I can't offer that. I can't, after the actions of the Rebellion just 7 nights ago, I can't fix my mouth to do that. Not only did they brutally assault various superstars in that locker room, but this man, Daniel Bryan, who is basically being showered with disdain by this sold-out crowd here in Albuquerque, he's sick. Rusev on Pete Dunne, who beat him to a bloody mess, and then sick FTR on Apollo Crews before laying out the WWE World Champion with a knee plus after the show went off the air. And then earlier tonight had the nerve to demand a spot in the main event of WrestleMania, converting it into a triple threat match, and went ahead and announced a contract signing for next week. But I'm being told by the cabinet to stand by on confirming that. But this address is nothing but a charade. It is a farce. It is a game. This isn't the Daniel Bryan we all knew and loved, who overcame the authority and led millions of fans in the yes chants. This man is a false leader who will beat up his own men if they don't bend to his will. This all started because of Shawn Michaels and is now being continued by someone Sean trained once upon a time in Daniel Bryan. And as I said, this crowd in Albuquerque is right to shower him with his disdain and boos. And there you see at the ringside, Chad Gable and Zack Ryder, Wade Barrett as well. And of course, the second in command, the general of the Rebellion, Aleister Black, with his ladies Zelina Vega in tow. And speaking of Zack Ryder, who we all thought went missing or worse, but that was another ploy in this sick game that Daniel Bryan is playing. But I guess, take it away, Daniel. You get, the floor is yours, Mr. Bryan. This crowd here in Albuquerque, like I said, they just can't stand. They can't stomach the actions of the rebellion. Ever since it's been nonstop ever since before the King of the Ring last year. They just been literally a thorn in this company's side. Let's be honest, Rusev and Lana, they kind of deserved it. You're not getting no sympathy from us. Is he really going to shape his mouth to discredit the hard work of Apollo Crews and Pete Dunne to get where they are? This state of rebellion addresses nothing but Daniel Bryan just rubbing everything in the face, and now he thinks he's going to WrestleMania to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And honestly, is at that point where, what? No way. It can't be it. It is. Vince McMahon is back. Wait, Vince found a loophole? No. That is correct. Oh, Daniel Bryan didn't officially represent the rebellion. And he pinned Triple H, not Aleister Black. The consequences of that match is null and void, and Vince is now once again chairman and CEO of WWE, at least until WrestleMania, and he has just canceled Daniel Bryan's championship match, or at least the one he thought he had. Daniel Bryan, the entire rebellion is livid, and Vince is just loving the panic on the face of Daniel Bryan. His match at WrestleMania is no longer the case. This crowd is jacked at that decision. And that agreement that Sean had with Mr. Heyman is about as valid as that contract that he thought he had, but it will be addressed accordingly. And the rebellion is pissed. They are pissed off. Aleister Black sending Zelina Vega away because he knows it's about to go down. Oh, and Vince, he sees Aleister Black for what he did. And you gotta be kidding me. Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami next week in a street fight. And Rusev will be in action next week, but he will be teaming up with Daniel Bryan to take on WWE World Champion Apollo Crews and Pete Dunne in a Tornado Tag Team match. What is going on? You gotta be kidding me. Triple H is coming back for Aleister Black. An I Quit match at WrestleMania is Black versus Triple H in an I Quit match. And whomever wins between Black and Triple H will receive a future WWE World Championship opportunity. What? What does he mean? He probably wouldn't even make it to the main event because he'll go one-on-one with a man whose match was canceled before the company went over. Daniel Bryan is pissed. He is pissed off. And I can't even help but holding in my laughing. Oh my God. Oh my God. It can't be. Brock Lesnar is back. The Beast is back in the WWE. The Rebellion, they know what is about to go down. They have a rabid beast incarnate in their crosshairs. Brock Lesnar has re-signed on the dotted line, and Brock Lesnar is going to WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan. Say your prayers, Bryan, because you got a pissed off beast. Oh, what a lariat to Zack Ryder. You got a pissed off beast coming, making a beeline to the ring as he's running through the Rebellion. Well, Barrett trying to stand his ground, but he's about to meet a belly-to-belly suplex. This crowd in Albuquerque can't believe what they just witnessed. Brock Lesnar is back. 2 huge main events announced by the now reinstated chairman Vince McMahon. Brock versus Bryan. Who the? Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon is back, getting some licks in for his brother-in-law, because that is the second match that has just been announced for Mania. Triple H versus Aleister Black one more time, but this time in an I Quit match. You want to know what more they can do to each other? They can go to war to force the other to say I quit. Oh, what a crossbody by Shane. He caught Black off guard with that kendo stick to the spine. He was on the receiving end of an assault at the hands of the Rebellion a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, sending them off the steel steps. Aleister Black in serious trouble. But the reason why he was not aided by Daniel Bryan is because of this man. Brock Lesnar staring a hole through his WrestleMania opponent, Daniel Bryan. Bryan not backing down. He's daring the Beast to get in the ring, and we're about to see WrestleMania come early. Oh, Bryan backing up, but Brock saying, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going, oh, come on. Look in the background. Oh, wait, Barrett. Barrett looking to take the advantage. Oh, wait, that was short-lived. That was short-lived, sending him crashing to the outside. Brock sending Barrett crashing to the outside, but you might not want to turn your back on this man right here. Brock, go for the knee plus, but no, nobody home. He sidestepped him. He sidestepped the knee plus, and now Brock. F5 to Daniel Bryan. And F5 to Daniel Bryan, and Vince McMahon gloating in the fact that WrestleMania could very well be the fall of the Rebellion. Vince McMahon found a loophole to reinstate him as chairman of the board. But the fact is this, at WrestleMania, we got 2 huge blockbuster matches. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, and Triple H versus Aleister Black in an I Quit match. Albuquerque has become Suplex City. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. What a night, and good night from Albuquerque.
No chance like